Okay, we're gonna place my phone now. Oh, leave it there for now. Okay, so we're doing another reading. I don't want it to be too bright either. Cool. So, victim, right? Victim. So today I will be talking about feeling small, and I'll just go right into it. I feel small. I feel small today. Mentor asks me, what's in your head? Words on replay. For a split second, desire to drop dead. I feel small today. You treat me like a hand-me-down, or like a Kennedy. Was mental abuse the only hope you could offer me? I feel small today. Knocking on my door to unlock my freedom. Told myself she is gonna pay. Like that was gonna move the needle. I feel small today. As I grapple to find self-worth. Mental scars on full display. Is victimhood a narrative I rehearsed? I feel small today. My suicide, no publicity. Rewind. I feel small today. My suicide, no publicity stunt for the masses. Raising my fist to the sky and raged. As I wrote my obituary, I foresaw myself in a casket. I feel small today. Watching you from a Zoom screen. Still wrestling to hear faith. As I became the guinea pig for your gaslighting regime. I feel small today. Place my name in the dictionary near the word emptiness. I am the change. I learned to navigate your verbal clips. I feel small today. Wiping tears was like an 8 to 8, mentally taxing. Lead with love, not with hate. The mental abuse you imposed needed some unpacking. I don't feel small tending to my mental health. I'm gonna repeat that again. I don't feel small tending to my mental health. I don't feel small, I validate the man in the mirror. I don't feel small, I'm clinging onto hope. I don't feel small, I'm blessed, not cursed. I don't feel small, I am poised. I don't feel small, those vices I shall avoid. I don't feel small, God called me enough. I don't feel small when I say that I am loved. I don't feel small, I order a book to empower. I don't feel small when God's voice is louder. I don't feel small, I have strength to take a shower. I don't feel small, God gave me another hour. Got through that without the fears, but for me that poem was very empowering because this poem, I Feel Small, has been something that I lived through for a while now in my life. I've been through mental abuse, and I also been through suicide ideation. I realized that a lot of my self-worth, my perception of self-worth had to deal with other people versus what I perceived about myself. And I know I spoke about this quite a number of times, but it bears repeating because I always tend to internalize a lot of what people say, especially when in regards to my music, because I identify myself in my music. So when somebody would take jabs at my music, I honestly thought they were taking jabs on me, and I took a lot of things that people were saying. A couple of people in particular, and I don't name drop because I'm not the type of person, in particular that were just, egging me, so to speak, or just like saying things about my music that were derogatory. And there was, things that I used as fuel to, keep going and keep getting better. And, still work on my craft. However, I was able to rewrite a new narrative literally and change the story in my head. So instead of I feel small, it's like I feel empowered, I feel worthy being here, being here for my community, my family. I realized that the way I was talking to myself was negative, and because I said I wasn't good enough, and because I threw labels like trash in my allowed it to be a part of my vocabulary, I didn't really realize that I started to take a different approach to my personal development until after the fact that I I I was spiraling. It's like for me, it's important for me to just be authentic and transparent, because for me, it's all about me tapping into what I was feeling back then, because I wasn't feeling worthy, and now I'm able to talk about it years after. Now I have a different mindset. I did the inner work. I've read the books. I've constantly been able to reassess reassess the past from the present, and I'm use everything that I learned from those books, and I actually did apply it. I started taking care of my mental um, by ordering these positive shirts and stuff like that. Like me, like since like I am loved, I'm needed, I am enough, like all these different things. And this is a suicide awareness shirt. Um, for me, like having things like that on empowered me to not feel small, to not feel like I'm limited, or allow other people's limitations for themselves to be imposed upon me. And I decided not to adopt those limiting beliefs, because once I started adopting those limiting beliefs, I started to play small in my life. I didn't chase valid opportunities. I spoke about before, but I there was years at a time where I felt like I was small, like I didn't put out records. I was doing things behind the scene as far as like music related, but it was to the point where I would work on songs and not put them out because I was chasing the perfection, the validation, and in the sense of my head, to the point where myself the I wasn't giving myself the proper I want to say mental gymnastics, but I wasn't giving myself the right I wasn't giving myself grace. That's the word. In regards to what I had accomplished before, and just allowing myself to grow as an artist, and just I was just thinking about me, like what I would feel like it wasn't good enough in my eyes, and other people that were saying things about my music, it wasn't good in their eyes. Not everybody, but a couple people. How you doing? Just doing a synopsis of my reading for my book. Um, and because I wasn't able to deal with these I wasn't able to deal with that harsh criticism. So I played small, right? I didn't chase the gigs. I stood home in a sense. I worked, but I stood with my music and I kept it on the shelf. I kept my music um in a hard drive, and I just allowed myself to just be so closed off from society, in a sense where I didn't like allow myself to like really grow. You know what I mean? By just putting stuff out and saying, hey, you know what I mean, get the feedback, versus me not putting out music for all those 8 years, right? Um, and really like sitting on music, but and thinking that that, I needed to get somebody else's validation for me to put out the music. Hey, Summer. So that's what I was chasing. I played small. That's the reason why I wrote this poem, because it's like, again, the reason why I wrote I feel small, because I did feel small. I was self-sabotaging myself, and I realized that going forward, it's like, why do I play small? Why do I need why does somebody else's narrative have to be my own? Why can't I hold the pen for once in my life? Why do I always have to give it to somebody else? And that's the aha moment that I had when I was writing this poem, was the fact that I was able to rewrite a narrative, in a book form, but also say, hey, I ordered a book to empower me. Why did I order a book to empower me? Because I wanted to be here for my family, and for my legacy, and for the people that I meant to serve. That's why I ordered the books, because I knew there was something in the book that I needed at the time that would bring me to a place where I'm realizing my potential. I got the book You Owe You. I read it twice. That book is life changing, and it allowed me to see my purpose bigger than me. And it's just amazing how sometimes it's just crazy how so many years I lived small. I lived, below my potential. And it is sad, to think about it. It's sad to think about it, because the amount of music that could have been, in a sense, out there, saving lives, changing lives, doing something in the community. Yes, Summer. That book is amazing. It's life changing. You Owe You by Eric Thomas. Um, for those of you listening on the repeat, or live, there's something about that book that just allows me to see myself more like HD, if you will, and my dreams, bigger than what I see it as. And I'm looking at this book, my book, saying that, I finally have strength to shower, that I am loved, I am poised, vices I avoid. Like I even mentioned in the book, I suffered through suicide over ideation. So there was times I experimented with self-harm, and I'm grateful that it's been, I don't know, 5 years, maybe even more, possibly more, of when I attempted to, self-harm, experiment with self-harm again. And I'm so grateful that I allowed that chapter to fully close and enter into a new chapter in my life, after the pandemic, when I started to get into my healing and my personal development. I started to shed the old me, in a sense, those old layers, and I allowed myself to I don't know, it's like, I feel like something like, an analogy would be like, you have, let's say you have a device, and then you put a battery in, it works for a while, right? And then all of a sudden the battery is not, won't last forever. You know what I mean? You gotta put a new battery. So that's what I did in regards to my mental health. I had to take out the old battery. I had to take out the old battery, because that old battery wasn't working for me. The self-harm wasn't working for me. The stopping myself across the face wasn't working for me. The calling myself trash wasn't working for me. The comparing myself to Kendrick and J. Cole, that wasn't working for me. The reason why it wasn't working for me, because it wasn't what God told me I was. And I realized that, because I was comparing myself to other people, that's when I played small. That's another thing that I didn't mention, is comparing myself to other people allowed me to play small. So I shut my voice. All those songs that I still have so many songs that I'm sitting on. Why? Why is that? And it's like, and there's a pressure on me to get them out, sooner, and continue to work on songs. I'm sitting, there's a couple of songs that I have in the can, but it's more about just knowing that I have endless potential, and that by playing small, I am pretty much hindering someone else's growth, because if people see me playing small, people think that's the standard. So people, you know, may have the reason, in a sense, if I'm able to use the word may, have the reason to want to play small, because they see me doing it, and sometimes I don't realize that people are looking at me as an example, as a role model, because I have influence, and I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way, but I feel like everyone has influence their own right with their platform to share a message, to empower people, to uplift right people, or just tear them down. And keep doing your thing out there. I love it. You are doing so many big and powerful things, and I'm so proud. Thank you so much, Summer. I really appreciate you a lot, and I do miss seeing you on all the calls. You're missed, and you always are able to reach out to me whenever you like to have a chat. I'd definitely love to hear from you. Um, you've been so supportive. You ordered my merch, you got my book, so you've been really like one of those people that's been very adamant about supporting me, and I see you and I hear you, and I feel your support even through a screen. It's just, I'm just grateful and blessed to have you in my life, and as a support system. um yeah, this playing small is, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just, it's such a loaded topic, because I don't know. I don't want to just go on and beat a dead horse, but I want to pose this. I will pose this question. How do you play small? Do you allow other people to dictate how big or small you play in life? And the reason why I ask you this is because everyone has potential. I have potential. You have potential. Are you allowing someone else to dictate your potential? And ask yourself that. How many goals have you not chased because someone else said you couldn't do it? Just because they had limiting beliefs that they imposed upon you. I have with my music career, and if I'm just being transparent, as I always am, it's like I don't, and I will not live, and from, I won't live backwards. I'm here to move forward with everything that I've gone through, and I have overcome, and to use it as a tool and as a catalyst for healing, for other people. And my desire is that if you do purchase a book and you read, I Feel Small, to remember the last time you felt small, that someone put you down, your self-esteem, your worth, your career, said you couldn't amount to anything. So, not, I wanted to say show them, but you know what? Don't show them. Show you that you are capable. That you don't have to play small, because just by you doing you, and you stepping into your power and your purpose, you will move mountains. Like all those insurmountable, you know, things that you've been facing, those hardships and those adversities, right, in your life, serve a purpose. And it may allow you to play small, but it will also allow you to play big, because it challenges you. I mean, it challenged me, and my hope that desire that it does challenge you to want to play life full on. I was in a Tony Robbins thing. Tony Robbins, was like, you get what you put in. Play full. And then you get, and you get things out of it, out of life, when you're able to play full out, versus hold yourself back. And for why I held myself back, because again, chasing validation, chasing other people's opinions, than finding my own footing in life and saying, I'm capable of writing a book, I'm capable of putting out the EP, I'm capable of putting out the single. And this past, this year has been very, I'm able to go on the stage, I'm able to perform at a gala event, like I'm able to do XYZ, insert whatever it is that you felt like you wasn't able to accomplish, and rewrite a different story. This is an assignment for you listening today, and I also will do the assignment too. So I'm just not like puffing smoke. I'll do the assignment too, because I think this is really important to because again, this is grab. No, I'll do it in the back of this book. Okay, so I will write in this book. I felt small, chasing others' validation, and then I'll. It says I felt small, chasing other people's validation, and then I'm writing a new narrative. I don't feel small because. Okay, so I wrote, just so you know, so I'm doing the homework too. So I wrote a past narrative of what I believed fully versus the narrative I believe today. And this is a good assignment to do because it allowed me to change my perspective on my self-worth, and my desire is that it allows you to change your beliefs about your self-worth if you're not feeling enough. My old narrative was I felt small chasing other people's or others' validation, which I mentioned also. The new narrative, however, is I don't feel small because I'm worthy of my aspirations. I don't feel small because I am worthy of my aspirations. And I'll leave you with that today, because I was attempting to do only 15 minutes, but when I'm in it, in a sense, like I'm full in with these lives. I go a little bit over because, I want to really express a lot of the things that I've been through in hopes that it will unlock something that in you, that you didn't really know, more, information about me, and just allowing myself to be vulnerable, and be okay being vulnerable. Just because I'm a guy doesn't mean I don't have feelings and don't cry sometimes. And that's just, I'm here to end the stigma. I'm repping, suicide awareness. I'm repping mental health. I have my Stop Mental Abuse. I always have my wristbands on, because it's a reminder of what I fight for and the community that I serve, the mental health community. And my desire is that you do the homework, because when you do the homework and you do this inner work, you will unlock so many things about yourself that you didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like dreams that been on the shelf that you're like, wait a minute, hold on, let me pick this up. I challenge you to play full out today. What have you put on the shelf? What has someone said you couldn't accomplish? Is it the book? Is it a certain career path? I don't know what thing. You can even comment below, DM me. What is the thing that made you? What has someone said that made you feel small? How do you? How can you change the narrative? What are you doing today to change the narrative? What are you doing today to not feel small? Are you going to therapy? Are you seeking counsel from someone who has been through things? Are you working with a coach? Are you working speaking to someone in your family or a close friend that's able to hold space for you and help you with a mindset? All those things. Are you reading a book to allow you to feel empowered? All those things help me. Are you writing affirmations? Are you changing the dialogue? Are you listening to positive music? Are you feeding yourself positive messages, videos, whether it's visual or audible? Because all those things like that have the power to dictate your self-worth and your psyche. And I've been doing this work for a couple of years, so I know from experience with the pandemic, the stuff that I've had to or got to learn from doing inner work and those 3 years of healing, and feeling like I wasn't enough and always feeling like I was in a dark place, to finally getting the help that I deserved and finally allowing people to help me and not feel like less than. It takes a village, and it takes introspection. Are you journaling? These things are important. I need to remind myself that again, because sometimes I'm just like, don't journal, and it's like everything's in my head. So anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate you a lot. My book is available on Amazon. If you haven't gotten a copy, please purchase a copy. I'll greatly appreciate you supporting. It's not just a book it's not for me to just, I'm not here to just sell a book, because it's more than just a book to me, honestly. Because to be honest, I don't do this for money. Anyone who does know me, everything that I do is from genuine, from inside of me, because I believe that my voice is supposed to be power. My voice is power. And I'm not saying that braggadocious. I'm saying my voice is powerful, and the things that I say, people take heed to, meaning that I have the ability to influence a lot of people at once with my message. And it is a scary thing, and it's a big responsibility that I'm willing to take, because I am on a mission to empower people, to empower one person to believe that they're worthy to be here and overcome suicide, overcome depression, overcome mental abuse. This is the book that unlocked me to share my story boldly, and to pretty much put my heart on my sleeves, so to speak, and speak about the things that I've been through, because I know that for me, it was hard for me to talk about my stuff, my demons, and my hope is that it allows you to talk about your demons proudly, boldly, and courageously, because there's someone else who has been through the same struggles, that need guidance, that need help, that need a book to remind them of who they are, whose they are, and who they are meant to become, and who they are becoming. And books like this is me allowing other people to know that anything's possible if you believe, right? So please purchase. This is a book. It's more about me providing hope for other people. There is a mental health directory in the back of the book, which I think is a really good add-on to people who are not aware of the resources that or numbers that they can tap into for help with mental health, because I'm a big advocate for mental health. So anything that I'm able to do as a resource, from the book to anything else, please DM me, I would love to have a conversation around this, because it's important to allow people to be healed, set free, and not live in trauma, but allow their trauma to be something that is cathartic. I mean, healing. Like E.T. says, recycle your pain. Whatever you've been through, recycle it. Allow it to fuel you to help someone else get to the other side, like I did with my book. And my hope is, if you don't have a book out, write your story anyway, and share your story with someone else that may need to hear your story of what you overcome, because you're so powerful with your story and what you have overcome. You're alive for a reason, so that means that you have a story, and the trauma didn't kill you, even if it almost did. However, you're able to use that story to again allow it to be a launching pad for someone else's life. I know I talked a lot, but I'm passionate about this, providing hope for other people, to remind them that they are so worthy of being here and accomplishing everything that they desire. Please purchase my book. It's on Amazon, and also the book is also available on my website. If you purchase on the website, you will get this custom card. I am not defined. I am victorious because my past does not define me. You will also get a business card as well, and also a postcard as well. So if you really want to support, I do take different options as far as payment method. I do take Cash App, I do take Zelle, I do take Venmo now. So if there's anything that is preventing you from ordering the book, I can provide you the QR codes and send you the links to my other forms of payment method. So thank you so much for again, the links are in my bio as well, but if you need the links, I will definitely DM you the links so you can be a supporter of my movement, and also be a part of the Visionaries. Felix, my man. Felix came late to the party. I'm heading out, but rehearsal, but, because I have another single I'm doing. What's good, my brother? Appreciate you for tuning in. This was long enough. This was like 40 minutes. But you know what? Yeah, it's better late than never. You know what? It is the end of it. But you know what I will do? I will post this because I always do this now. I know how to save lives and just download it, put it on my YouTube channel. So I'll download this, I put it on my YouTube channel, and I will send you the links. Because I appreciate you for watching and joining me, because this is the weekend, so a lot of people know on the weekends I usually am off grid. Thank you both, you too, my brother. Appreciate you. We definitely need to work together. Like, I don't know why we haven't yet, but I'm just saying, all my music people, like, where you at? Let's collab. Let's do something. Let's make empowering music to empower other people that they're worthy of being here. Let's do that. Let's do that this year, because the year's almost done and it's like June, and I'm just like, what the heck? So yeah, I'll be out to rehearsals now. I have another single recording on Saturday, so I will rehearse for that, and I will download the link. I put it on my YouTube channel right now. So thank you again for watching, and you have a wonderful day on purpose.